So there's this thing called the Sauerkraut Festival. There's more than sauerkraut there. There's like a lot of booths and people who do crafts. They make stuff, art or jewelry, stuff that you hang around the house or stuff that you wear. I did buy this one thing, and I guess this is art. It came from this guy's mind. It's the Death Star V2 in a light bulb. And I just thought that was sick. Always thinking about Star Wars, I guess. I mean, that kind of connects with me. If I even get like a little car, I'll probably use that as a bookmark. So cool. But yeah, that's my show and tell. All right, now let's get the video going. What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video. My name's Tanner. I'm a guy who makes things. I'm a digital creator, someone who lives on the internet all the time making various digital products. And I'm here to talk to you today about 5 different things that you, someone who uses a camera for anything, whether it's photography, videography, even if someone who just uses their phone for their work, 5 different tools that you need for your camera. These are things that I've just found have been very valuable to me as a photographer, a videographer, a digital creator. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. If you find any of these things really helpful or just like, that's like a really good idea that Tanner had, I'm glad that I watched this video and I learned like 2 different things that I could just throw in my camera bag and have on me all the time. If anything like that is new to you or you just think was a good idea, let me know in the comments below. It's right underneath that like button. All right, so item number 1. I'm not gonna try to say tool number 1 because I feel like I'm insulting somebody. So item number 1, Q-tips. These little Q-tips, I got 3 with me right now. These little guys, this is mainly for maintenance of your camera gear. It's just to get rid of all that dust. The way I came across these, I typically have like a microfiber cloth on my desk, and this particular day, I couldn't find my microfiber cloth. I'm like, where is it? It was probably, I keep it right in front of my keyboard because it's nothing but shadows there. No light ever reaches that area. So this is like a dark navy and it blends in really well. It's almost out of sight, out of mind, but I know where it is because I always put it there. I couldn't find it there that one day. I had no idea where it went. I really think I put it in the bathroom for whatever reason. Might have just put it in the box to put in my gym bag. And I had my Sony camera and like there's a lot of dust around this camera. It's kind of bothering me, and there's dust like around the lens mainly, just like the edge of the lens right before it goes into the plastic. I need something to get this dust off and I don't have my microfiber with me. So I thought, you know what, a knife, I know, a knife might be a good idea to just scrape off that dust and just pick it off gently so I don't scratch at my camera. But I'm like, you're dumb. I say dumb singular sometimes, like if someone does something really stupid, I'm like, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're gonna scratch up your camera. What is soft but something I can just get in like those little creaks and crevices? And I thought, oh, a Q-tip. And it wasn't that quick. It took a couple more seconds to realize a Q-tip. I thought a Q-tip would work. Push it in there, get all that dust out. I don't need a microfiber cloth because even if you try to use this, it's still a bit, I feel like it's just a bit bulkier, and it might just be my microfiber cloth. It's just like a protective cover that you put over your glasses before you put them in a box so they don't get scratched or whatever. You can just use it to like get all the smudges off your glasses. They have my fingerprints, which I guess they're my fingerprints, but I don't remember like touching the screen. Like who would just like, there's my fingerprint. Oh, there's another. Oh, I don't like those random smudges. I'm not like so like obsessed with it, but after a while it's like there's so many smudges over here. How do I see my screen? These little guys, these little Q-tips, they're very useful tools. They're very useful items just to kind of keep in your camera bag. I keep one in my camera bag just on the top pouch. It's just an easy pocket where I can get into, and there's a zipper within that pocket, so it just holds like small, just like independent things like this in there. It's not gonna get lost, so it's stored properly. Just kind of throw it somewhere like that where it's easily accessible if you just gotta quickly get some dust off. In a car, on an airplane, you wanna clean your camera real quick. Get that dust off. Just use some Q-tips. All right, item number 2, and this one's kind of like items like the first one. There's multiples of these. It's rings. If you're someone who wears like interesting and unique jewelry, this might be like the extra little spice, that extra little ingredient that you need just to complete your shot. I've used these like a recent project that I did with somebody here local in the area. It was like a cherry on top. These small little pieces that have like these interesting designs on them, that can sometimes be exactly what we need just to complete that project that we're working on. They're really easy for storage. You just put them on your finger. You just keep them on there until you need them. When you think a shot could use just that little bit of extra just spice, just throw it on there. Or just something to make it just draw more attention to a certain particular area of a shot. Rings might be just what you need. Item number 3, it can be a cloth, it can be some kind of material Just something that has like texture. Texture is the key here. This is actually just a scarf. I used it to dress up as a ninja for Halloween one year. It's got these threads on the ends, on the tips of them. They're kind of like these fine threads that are knotted at the end. Texture tells story. You need to draw someone's focus into a particular area of a video or a photo. Texture might just be what you need, like a cloth background or something draped over. Something like this scarf, like I can just like ball it up, and it's really small. Like it doesn't take up that much space at all. You can obviously wear it around your neck or whatever if you're someone who's into that. Me, I typically keep this in my car because sometimes when it's winter out here and it's like super cold and there's ice everywhere and all of a sudden you realize you're in Antarctica, that's the reason why it's just in my trunk. Now I'm using it for a YouTube video, but honestly when it gets colder, I'm throwing this back in the trunk. But yeah, you can store it in your trunk. If your camera bag is big enough, you can just kind of fold it up and put it somewhere like against something. You can even put it like around your camera just for some extra padding. You can just even go to a craft store or a hardware store and just buy the type of textures that you might want to play with in the future, or ones that you know that you're going to need for a particular project, and just keep them in your camera bag or keep them in your studio somewhere, just or a backpack. Just somewhere where you know is easily accessible, but if you don't need it, it's just out of sight, out of mind. But when it is in your mind, it's easily accessible. You just grab it, use it, put it back, done. Item number 4. Now this one's gonna be a pretty easy one for, I'm gonna say all of you. What is it, 2022, the end of 2022 pretty much. We have what, 60 something days left. It's just a small light. You can just use the small LED light that's on your smartphone. It's the only drawback about these smaller ones is that they spread out like real easily. So you have to get really close to your subject to even have that illuminating effect. If you need to use like a small light source, you can do what I've done in the past and just punch in your shot a bit more, or control all the other lighting around you to where the small light is actually enhanced. There's more emphasis on that actual light and it's actually exposing your subject a bit more. All right, this is the last item. Item number 5. This little notebook, or even just like sticky notes. Some kind of paper or material to write on. We're not all born with perfect memory. Sometimes something happens and it's really spontaneous in the moment, which are some of the best moments ever. Like some of the best ideas are so like just in the moment. Sometimes if I don't have anything to write down with, I literally just get on my phone, write it down, and then I can just lock my screen and it automatically saves that note. There's been other times where my phone is already unlocked and I just open up my messages app and I just type in what I'm needing to remember. Like I'm gonna text somebody, but I just make sure not to hit send. Because if I hit send, it's just gonna be weird. I'm gonna be like, hey, sorry, no, it's just an idea. I didn't mean to text you that. So having just like sticky notes, like my wife got me some sticky notes to put in my office at work. So I just keep those on my desk. So if I have an idea or if my boss tells me, hey, I think this would be a good idea, I just write it down real quick and then boom, it's there. I never forget about it. This notebook, I actually have like a bunch of things. This is the same notebook I bought myself when I decided to pursue my web design degree. And I would just write down all the ideas that I have. That's how much of this notebook that I've used. And it's only this notebook. There's been like other scrap sheets of paper. I've even used my hand. Sometimes I don't have paper to write down with. And my phone is in like my pocket. So I'll just grab a pen and I'll write on my hand what I want to remember or what is a good idea. Or have a notebook or have some sticky notes in your camera bag, just something you can actually write down with. Make sure to have a pen. At the very least, have a pen because you always have your hand to write on or somewhere to write on. In fact, like even in my camera bag, I'm just gonna... My other camera is in here. I just flung my camera bag around. I'm very lucky this didn't fly out because the zipper was open. In my camera bag here, I have a crinkled up sticky note and I wrote plan 5 camera tools you need now. So that's this video, but I wrote that like 3 weeks ago. But it's just been in there because I'll see it. I am going to zip that up. Q-tip. There we go. Be sure to check out my Instagram for anything that I'm working on or other people that I'm working with. You can find me on Instagram at TheyCallMeTanner. I'm also on TikTok at TheyCallMeTanner. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments below underneath the like button and let me know what I could do next. All right, you all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.